ingredients. And you guys aren't gonna believe this. Second best kitchen helper ever. Oh, are you gonna stand here, Eleanor? You should like lay down anywhere in here and hang out with me. Or not. I love you too. Welcome back to Snow Dog's Cooking, where if I can cook it, so can you. It's Jamie's birthday. The day I'm filming this, you guys are seeing it a week after his birthday. Jamie's birthday is August 1st. Today is Jamie's birthday. And in a last minute idea, we decided to do game night. So I thought, well, I was gonna make him something anyway, but I thought I would make him some chocolate cherry brownies. And I think I'm gonna do a white chocolate cherry ganache to go on top of it. Stick around, we'll find out if that happens. All the stuff will be listed down in the video description below. Jamie likes chocolate and cherries. He doesn't like chocolate by itself, but chocolate and cherries he does like. So we're gonna try these out and see what we think. So here is everything we're going to need for the brownies. Most important part, 3 eggs, room temperature. So take them out before you get started. You're also gonna need 3/4 of a cup of butter, but we're gonna melt that so you don't necessarily have to bring that to room temperature. What else do we need? We need 1 cup of just a regular all-purpose flour. We need 2/3 of a cup of cocoa powder. Now, I'm using this Dutch processed cocoa powder, which is amazing and makes such a rich flavor. You can use regular cocoa powder, but I highly suggest you try this at some point in time. You're gonna need 1 cup of regular sugar. You're going to need 3/4 of a cup of light brown sugar. What else? 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. You will need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, kosher salt, if you desire. Oh, also the butter is unsalted butter, in case I didn't say that. Then we will need cherries. Now I'm using real cherries, and I had to pit them. If you can't find real cherries, and by real I mean fresh, if you can't find fresh cherries, you can use frozen cherries for this, frozen already pitted cherries, and you don't have to thaw them if you can't find. These are good cherries. I just picked them up today, and they're sweet cherries, which I would recommend using sweet cherries, not tart cherries. And then that's a little over 1/2 cup, about 4 ounces or so of semi-sweet chocolate chips. It's probably about 2/3 of a cup if you want to measure it. I'm using semi-sweet. You could use a dark chocolate or something like that, but we're gonna go with semi-sweet for this. And I think I got it. I think that's all the ingredients. The next thing you're gonna need is a bowl. Now, you can either whisk this or you can use a hand mixer. I guess you could also whisk it in your KitchenAid mixer, but I'm gonna use a hand mixer. There is a process to this. So let's get started. And of course, preheat your oven to 350. 350? What's 350? Look, I was already preheating my oven and forgot to film it. You will also need an 8x8 pan. You can do the parchment paper thing so you can pull the brownies out. We're not gonna do that today because I wanna pour ganache on them, so I'm just gonna cut them out of here. So I'm going to grease this pan. First thing we're gonna do, melt the butter, like 20-second increments in the microwave. For reference, I did 15 seconds, 15 seconds, 15 seconds, and it's melted. So now, in this big bowl here, that should be about room temperature by now, to this, we will be adding the white sugar, the brown sugar, the 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. You could also use unsweetened coconut cooking oil if you want to. Usually it's unflavored and doesn't taste like much, but we're using vegetable oil today. And last but not least, pour that melted butter on in there. And then we're gonna whisk this together until incorporated. So I just have my hand mixer on low. And we're really just making sure, see how that, you can see that piece that, well, hello! Second best kitchen helper ever. You're coming to sniff things out? Nice. So see how there's like the little brown spots? We're just gonna make sure that those all get mixed in. Welcome back to the kitchen. It's gonna look about like that. Now, we're gonna add the salt. And then we're gonna add the eggs 1 at a time. So I have a little bowl to crack them into. 1 egg at a time. Drop it in. And then mix it. Don't overmix it, just mix it until it's combined. About like that. Now we're gonna add the next one, so do that 3 times. So all 3 eggs were added. Now, you wanna mix this probably medium, like a 3 or a 4, for 2 to 4 minutes. You really want this to get nice and fluffy. So we're gonna go ahead and mix for 2 to 4 minutes. This is why it's easier to do with a hand mixer or your KitchenAid than it is to hand whisk it. This would take forever hand whisking. It's gonna look about like that. Now we're gonna take our flour and our cocoa powder and we're gonna put it in here and kind of whisk it, or not whisk it, but sift it together. I don't know where my sifter is, so this is gonna work. If you have a wire mesh, it'll work. So put a little bit of that, shake it around, mix it in here. See, and then you kind of just shake it. Make sure your bowl is deep enough so you're not getting it everywhere. But you're just kind of, you know. Also, it's a good idea to do this because cocoa powder can sometimes get clumpy, and we don't want it to be clumpy. So this will help with that as well. See the clumps that are in there? And then you can just take a spoon. There's all the clumps. You can take a spoon and kind of break those up. Unless you have a sifter, and then it'll do all that for you. Now we're going to take this. We're going to take this. And we're going to take this. And we're going to put all this in here and kind of just fold it together. You don't want to overmix this, but kind of just fold it around until you really don't see any of the cocoa powder or the flour anymore. So just kind of spoon from the bottom, scrape around the edges, and lightly mix all of this together. About like that. That looks pretty good. That same fold-in process, your cherries and your chocolate chips. We're going to dump them in here. And actually, I can dump these in. Take some bites out for the dogs and dump these in. Do you think the dogs are going to eat the cherries? We'll find out. Fold it all together like that. Then we're going to put it in the pan, but there's nobody here. So I guess I'll pour it in the pan until somebody shows up. About like that. Okay, 350, put it in the oven, center rack, 40 to 45 minutes or so. They do take a long time. So I would say about, 40 to 45 minutes. We're gonna put them in and then see if the dogs will eat a cherry. And before anybody goes crazy in the comments saying dogs can't eat cherries, dogs can eat cherries. They're not supposed to eat the pits, just like people aren't supposed to eat the pits. But even if they eat a cherry and they swallow the pit whole, it's perfectly fine. Don't feed anything to your dogs that you don't feel comfortable feeding them. My dogs have eaten cherries many, many, many times. We'll see if these two will actually eat them though. They used to be Memphis's favorite. Like we used to have 2 cherry trees in the yard, and she used to actually like pick the cherries out of the bowl as we would pick them off the tree. And she'd just eat the whole thing, but she didn't chew anyway. She just swallowed them anyway. Yeah. Since cherries are so messy, oh ma'am, hello. I brought you outside. And even though you're third best kitchen helper ever, I need to wipe your face. Do you like a cherry? Okay. Oh, see, that's why I didn't want to give it to you inside. I knew you were going to spit it out and inspect it. Was it good? How about you? And you're more of an inspector of the things. You're definitely going to spit it out. And then, did you eat it? Okay. Nibbles. It's a cherry. You should try it. It's really good. Yeah, see? Oh, nope, spit it out again. Okay, maybe. Oh, spit it out again. Maybe. And spit it out again. It's a cherry. Look here. Eleanor. Oh, cherry, huh? Check it out. And spit it out again. Oh, maybe. Oh, nope, spit it out again. Okay, well, Eleanor might eventually eat it. If not, Kira will eat it. We came back in because it's hot, but she did eat the cherry. It just took her a really long time. 45 minutes later. I don't know if I can actually show this, but see how the edges are all nice and crisp? The middle is just a little bit jiggly. That's what we want. Now I'm going to leave this in the pan and let it cool. Hi, birthday boy.
Hi.
I'm making your brownies. Your brownies are cooling, but now I got to make ganache.
I know, it smells so good in here.
I know.
Wait, what ganache?
Yeah. Here, I'll explain it.
Okay.
We are going to make ganache for the brownies. It's like a frosting, but it's more of like a chocolatey frosting. And I'm doing white chocolate because the brownies are chocolate. So I thought this would be a good pairing.
Ooh, I like white chocolate.
I know. And a lot of people do like a regular chocolate ganache. But I thought the white chocolate with cherry would,
Okay. I see what you're...
Yeah. Okay?
All right.
All right. I told them at the beginning I wasn't sure if I was going to make this, so I figure I'll explain it to you as well. You're going to need about 8 ounces of white chocolate chips, 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream, 1/4 cup of cherry syrup. And look, you can actually buy it just like this where it says syrup, or you can pour it out of here. So you need 1/4 cup of that and 2 tablespoons of butter. So I waited until my brownies were out of the oven to make the ganache. You want this to be cooled to room temperature before you put it on there. So it's okay to go ahead and make this because this can sit, it will still be spreadable. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these white chocolate chips. We're gonna add the butter right into here. Not on there, it goes in there. And then we are going to microwave this 15 seconds at a time. Stir, 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 stir until it's melted. It's getting there. Like I said, 15-second intervals. You want it creamy. This is about ready. Okay, so it's kind of frosting like. It's pretty soft. Notice the heavy whipping cream is gone. I'm putting the heavy whipping cream in the microwave for about a minute because you don't want to put it in here super cold. You want it to be warm just like this. Also, I'm using this glass bowl because it holds heat, so this doesn't like super solidify. Pour in your warm heavy whipping cream, mix it together. Okay, you can see as you stir it together, it's gonna look kind of glistening. You kind of want to make sure that there's no lumps. See how there's a lump right there? That's a piece of that white. The phone rang. So basically you want this to be nice and smooth looking like this. Make sure there's no lumps. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the microwave as well for about 20 seconds, just so it's not super cold. And then we're gonna stir that in. Pour in your cherry syrup and stir it all together. All right, we're gonna take this, set it aside. Don't worry, it's not gonna solidify. It should still stay creamy. And if it does, you can pop it in the microwave for 15 seconds or so. I almost said minutes. Seconds, 15 seconds. Oh, the other thing is you want it, the color on this doesn't look as good as it does in real life. It's nice and pink in real life. If you want it more pink, add a drop of red food coloring and it'll make it even more pink. But I think I'm happy with this. Now I just gotta wait for the brownies to cool. So I let these cool for about 30 minutes on the counter and then I put it in the fridge for an hour. So this sat out for about that long, you can see. So this is a little bit cold. We're gonna go ahead and put this on here and let it do its thing. This is looking beautiful. I'm actually gonna put this in the fridge for about 15-20 minutes to get this to solidify. Oh my goodness. So we took a couple of the maraschino cherries, cut them in half and put them on top. This looks amazing. All right, birthday boy.
I'm gonna eat cherry first.
What?
Can I?
There's cherry. You do whatever you want. It's your birthday. There's pits in those cherries. I had to cut all those pits out to put them in these brownies.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, I'm not putting the pits in the brownies.
Yeah, right. I guess.
And then you got your favorite kind of cherries on the top of it. The maraschino cherries.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm just gonna pick it up.
All right, give it a try.
So there's cherries in it too.
Yep, there's cherries in it as well, and it's a cherry ganache.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna go for the whole big cherry on top.
Do it. Do it. And tell me if it's delicious.
Mm.
You barely even bit it, and you're like, yes.
I shouldn't have went with the extra cherry on top.
Yeah.
For that. No, I mean actually,
Yeah.
that was really good.
Yeah.
It was more of the I tasted
Yeah.
more of that maraschino cherry
Yeah.
than the rest of the cake.
Well, there's some of that. Remember, I put that syrup. The maraschino cherry syrup is in the ganache as well. So that flavor is there as well.
Okay.
Not just from the cherry
Okay.
on top.
That makes
Yeah.
It's yeah, in there you can see there's a piece of the cherry right in
Look at that.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good stuff.
That's a good brownie.
Happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really, really good. I think the only thing I would change, I use semi-sweet chocolate chips. The semi-sweet chocolate chips were really good though. Cherry extract, or maybe some of that maraschino cherry syrup, or like a cherry flavoring. Maybe add a little bit of that to the brownies, because like you could taste the cherries in the brownies, but the brownies themselves didn't have like a cherry flavor. That more came from the ganache. So take that for what you will. They were delicious. They were really, really, really good. I just kind of wish I had a little bit more cherry flavor. But Jamie loved him, and that's the whole point. It was his birthday, so happy birthday, Jamie. All right, you guys, we hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stay positive, dream big, and we will see you again soon. Goodbye, audience.